And this is from Canada, the University of Waterloo. So we're going to skip from the University of Cali to one of the universities in Ontario. And I'm going to ask you from as far as like race and ethnicity. So if you're writing papers, Darren, what words you should be using.
You got to say though, if we had like an article today, that would be it, right? That was a paper. That was not an article. That was a paper. That is a scientific paper from me.
The article seems much more accurate than the paper. I don't think it wasn't officially a paper.
Dude, I'm telling you, so I got that from a news article and followed the links all the way back to the source because I was the same way. I was like, no, this can't be real. And then I went all the way back until I found you can download the study.
And so this is race and ethnicity terminology. So this is what you got to.
Because I'm a person of color.
Well, that might be in the quiz, Darren. So language can be a powerful tool that can be used to empower, motivate, and inspire us. It can also offend us or perpetuate harms. Here's a quick reference list of the words and phrases to use and avoid. A comprehensive list of words and terms to avoid is provided below. Interesting. So there's 2 columns, preferred and avoid. So I want you to guess what column these are in now. Okay. Multiracial. Preferred or avoid?
Like, do I want to hang out with multiracial people?
No. The word. Are you allowed to use the word in papers now in the Waterloo University, or do you avoid using this word when you're writing stuff?
So should this be my opinion, or should I just be trying to pass the quiz?
No, it should be you should pass the quiz. You need to.
No, that you can't use that word. There's no way that they're okay with that.
Okay. Yes, it's a preferred word. Multiracial is fine.
What about race?
What about African American?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Not people of color.
Avoid that.
Avoid African American.
Yeah, you can't use that. What about Asian Canadian individuals?
What do you mean?
What about Asian? Can you use that? You're not allowed to use African American in a Canadian context.
I say you can use that.
But you can use Asian Canadian individuals. What about Asian people?
No. What about Orientals?
You can't use Orientals. No, you're not allowed to use Orientals. What about white people with a small W?
Is a bullshit.
Yes, white people would definitely not be capitalized.
What about black people with a capital B?
Capital B, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, those are both preferred. Caucasian?
No, keep it as white. That sounds too ethnic.
Colored?
Yeah, that's back. Colored is back.
Is what?
Is back. I think we're allowed to say colored again.
No, it's not back. It's bad. It's avoid.
What? I just seen a thing the other day that said colored people.
What about blacks?
That's fine.
No, not allowed to say blacks. What about Negro?
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's right. So what about minority?
That's got to be okay, right? I mean, they just said minority today.
I know exactly, right? And you know what I just saw on an application online for a job application? Visible minority is on there. But both those are now no. What would you use instead of
No.
What would you say use instead of minority or visible minority?
Visible minority.
No, it's not. You're not allowed to use visible minority.
Oh.
But you can't use either of those. What would you use instead?
Person of color.
Equity deserving groups. Equity, so they deserve equity, these groups.
What is the definition of equity?
I don't know. I should know it, but it's different than equality, that's for sure. I think it means like everybody ends up the same. What about
The term
develop?
equity refers to fairness and justice and is distinguished from equality, whereas equality means providing the same to all. Equity means recognizing that we do not all start from the same place and must acknowledge and make adjustments to imbalance.
Yeah, I wonder what the definitions for those two words would be like 50 years ago or 100 years ago.
I think like the good equity one is where it's like, you know, the tall guy's not standing, you know, it's like the picture of the three people and the little short guy you can't see over the fence and I can, so I give you the thing to stand on instead of, you know. But it's turned into communism, isn't it? All
So
right,
what about developing country or developed country?
no, that's racist.
Yeah. Third world?
I don't think you could do that anymore
No,
either.
you can't use that either. You should use a specific geographic region when grouping countries together.
You know what I've never heard of? Second world.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So how about enslaver?
That's okay, but not enslaved is not okay.
What about no, enslaver is okay. What
Yeah.
about enslavement?
Not okay.
It's okay too.
Oh,
What about enslaved person?
not okay.
That's okay too.
Huh. So
What
you can
about
say
slave?
enslaved,
What
but
about
not
slave?
slave is not okay.
Slave is not okay. What about slavery?
Also not okay.
Also not okay. Yeah. So
You have to add the E in the end at the front.
slave owner and master is not okay, of course, right? We know that. Slavery and slave are not okay, but enslaved person, enslavement, or enslaver is okay. That's a good way to put it. You put the E on the beginning and it's all good.
E and an N.
What about terms like central urban or city center?
I once named my bong Urban Lenny, and that was in reference to the fact that it was black. So I'm gonna say it's not okay.
That's okay. You should use those instead of ghetto. And what else would you not want to use?
Ghetto and I don't know.
Inner city.
Inner city. You can't use inner city.
No, you can't use inner city.
Huh.
So what about refugees?
Refugees. That's got to be okay. I mean, the government says refugees all the time.
That's okay. Yeah. And foreigners?
That's not okay.
That's not okay. What about newcomers?
That's okay.
Yeah. And international people?
What about fresh off the boat? Wet back.
International people. International people?
International people's okay.
Okay. And illegal aliens?
Not okay.
Yeah. So you did pretty good. I mean, what? But I don't know how they're going to keep up on this. I mean, this thing must change all the time. But